Hi, Ijaw. Good evening. Good morning. I send my greetings from New York City this evening. Upon my arrival this evening in the city of New York, my attention was drawn by several people to a viral video in circulation wherein former Governor Jonathan Wike granted an interview, and in the process, while expressing his frustration about the political crisis or misunderstanding with his political godson, Governor Lokpobiri of Rivers State, he practically left the issues and was insulting the Ijaw Nation in its entirety, insulting notable leaders of the Ijaw Nation, including late Pa Clark. For God's sake. His Wike is suddenly forgetting that this Ijaw Nation stood for him when he was quite an obscure politician, wherein a Ijaw man and his wife, former President Goodluck Jonathan, made him governor against the interest of the Ijaw Nation, even after the upland had ruled for 16 years straight. And out of their desperation to install Wike as governor, disallowed the Ijaw people to produce governor until after 24 years since the advent of this era of democracy. And here, by providence, an Ijaw son was made governor. Just in less than a year, that governor must be removed because there's a political misunderstanding and you want people to fold their hands? Come on. Some of us are told a part of peaceful resolution of the issues. A conflict that many have contributed nothing to. A conflict where many Ijaw people have nothing to benefit from, but practically losing their sleep to a political conflict between two individuals. Perhaps let me remind former Governor Jonathan Wike that when the Ijaw Nation, through Goodluck Jonathan, made him governor, the Ijaw Nation was a group of good people to him. When they took that decision against Ijaw's interest, many Ijaw stood with him, just as some Ijaw people are still standing with him. Some notable Ijaw sons are still standing with him. Does he not think that this insult for the entire Ijaw Nation also insults those who are following him? People must leave emotions and deal with things rationally, knowing that while you have disagreement with Lokpobiri and some other Ijaw people, there are also those who are with you. Have we come after those are people who are with you? Because we felt that these issues are purely political, and our politics, what defines politics is interest. Perhaps Governor Wike needs to be properly reminded that the Ijaw Nation is an absolute majority in the Niger Delta. Whilst we understand the value of collaboration and respect for one another, we expected or we expect the same being extended to us. If Governor Wike sticks to the terms of politics with Fubara, there are a lot of Ijaw people who would not say a word. But to insult the heritage of an entire ethnic group simply because you have a problem with one or two persons is unacceptable. I dare bold to say that this outburst is completely misplaced, inappropriate, and unacceptable. We're decent people. We respect people. And so we will continue to do. But I do think that Governor Wike needs to retract and retrace his steps, especially as he turns this into purely an ethnic issue. Tete Spiff, as an old man, has done his best in the development of Rivers State. Per Clark, you may disagree with him. The man is not even alive anymore to defend himself. There is no point calling on the late father, patriarch, simply because he's an Ijaw man and you needed to respond or express your frustration to every Ijaw man, including those around you. It is my appeal that he sticks to the terms of politics, especially now that there's a roadmap towards peace that the governor is already working towards implementation. In politics, no serious political conflict of this magnitude can be resolved without a trustful give and take on both ends. And I do think that the FCT minister must support and contribute to this peace process and not inflammatory remarks that will further put a wedge between us. We have come a long way. The Ijaws and the Kuris are not in conflict. There are two politicians who are in conflict trying to drag ethnicity into it. But I do think that whatever the issues are, the survival, the peace of Rivers State should be your concern, just as it is a serious concern to us as Ijaw people. The peace in the region of the Niger Delta should be a thing of concern. No patriotic Nigerian, especially Niger Deltan, must create situations that only breed conflict. He alluded to the fact that the Ijaw people were calling for violence. Let me say this. Violence is not just the physical violence of destruction that we see. Violence is the violation of people's right, their integrity, human dignity, and self-honor and respect, with the exercise of a stronger physical, psychological, economic, or political forces without regarding them as human beings. So it's not just those who call for physical violence that are violent. The actions that precipitate the violence response is as grievous as the violence itself. It is important that we all work towards saving the soul of Rivers State and that of the Niger Delta. Thank you.